Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, thank you. So this is the dashboard when you are, pardon? Okay, this is the dashboard when you log into Illustrator for the first time. Forget about the recent projects. These are my recent projects that I've been working with. So when you open yours, since you haven't done any task, so the recent tab here will be empty. There will be nothing right here, but you have the presets, you have the create, open, and now this tab. So this is our home page that I had asked you guys to make a screenshot and send it to me via your assignment email. So the first thing I want to introduce you to is these presets. The presets are usually the commonly used sizes when it comes to designing. When it comes to designing, there are things that are common, like the A4 page. That is a common page that people use to design stuff, or just use it to create some content. So let me just load the more presets so that you can understand what I'm saying. So like the 1920 by 1080, sorry, this is a recent file that I was using. So forget about that. The mobile, these are sizes for mobile phones. Okay, like this is for Google Pixels, iPhone 8, iPad. So these are just sizes. When you go to web, the web usually uses 1920 by 1080. This is for big screens. Then for small screens like laptops, it uses 1366 by 768. Then we have, like, these are sizes for computers, different computers. But if you want HD, we usually use 1920 by 1080, depending on your machine. And when we go to print, we have the common print size. Even when I know all of you have interacted with Microsoft Word, usually use the letter, this letter, or you can use A4. A4 is the normal also any print size for letter, but the difference between A4 and the letter are the margins. If you have someone who has interacted with printings, you should be aware of that. So the letter and A4, the difference are the margins. Then this is an A3, there's a tabloid, there's the B4, the B5. These are just sizes, print sizes. And when you go to film, for those guys that are doing, maybe you want to create a banner, you can just use this. A 4K banner will be of this size. If you are using a HD will be 1920 by 1080, as I had told you, if you need HD size. Yeah, so these are just wide screens. PAL, this is for TV, for television. If you are designing something that's going to fit on a television, you use 1050 by this is a PAL. Then art and illustrations, these are just common sizes for postcards, posters. Understand, there's a B4, A3, the legal size, you know. So these are just common sizes. But as for me, I mostly don't use them, because the ones I use them, that is when I'm designing something like an A4, an A3. That is when I come to the print and just click an A4, then create. Okay, but when it comes to maybe when I'm designing logos and other things, I usually have standard sizes. So for us, when designing a logo, for me, I use two sizes depending on if somebody is. Just a moment, let me accept this. Let me accept someone. Okay, so depending on what I'm designing, I usually pick my sizes. Okay, so for us, we are in Illustrator. The first thing I am supposed to teach you here is logo design. So for me, I usually use 1920. First, it should be in pixels. So if yours in either centimeters, points, or just change it to pixels, then it should be 1920 by 1080 pixels. Then the orientation, this is landscape, this is portrait, and this is landscape. I usually use landscape. Then the artboard, these are the number of pages. So for us, we are going to use one. So you can add here, or you can just insert a number. In Illustrator, pages are called artboards. The way you insert more pages in a document Word, the same thing here. When you want to insert a new page, you insert a new artboard. So these are bleeding sizes, and I mostly don't use them, but you can use them. Bleeding is the margin. The margin that if you have been in Microsoft Word, you notice that when you are creating a document and you want to have more space on the sides, or you want to reduce it, you use margins. In Illustrator, you use a term called bleed, the bleeding size. So you just indicate it here, but in Illustrator you don't need it. So if you are creative, you don't need it. So we have two color modes. We have RGB and CMYK. When designing a logo, I usually use RGB. So when designing any logo, mostly just use RGB. But when designing anything that is going to be used online, ensure you use RGB. When designing anything that is going to be printed, always use CMYK. That's the difference between RGB and CMYK. A moment, let me accept someone in the meeting. So when designing anything to be used online, that is posters, logos, RGB is the color code, the color mode. And when designing anything that is going to be printed, either it's a poster or it's a flyer, but as long as it's going to be printed, use CMYK. For us, it's a logo, and we're going to use it for screens, so it's RGB. Just leave the raster effect to be 72 ppi, then allow the preview to be default, and you can name your file here. So let's name ours as intro introduction tutorial. So that's it for this page. So if you are wondering how I reached here, if you are here, the first thing you do is create, okay? Then come name your file here. If it's a logo, you can say logo, or whatever it is, just name it. For us, we are naming ours as introduction. Introduction. It's a typo. So that is introduction tutorial. Okay, then change this to pixels, then 1920 by 1080, orientation, landscape, artboards at the number of pages, bleeding, channel, color mode, use RGB, and that's it. So we create, and Illustrator is going to do the magic on the background, and boom, here we are. So this is our artboard. Someone will be wondering what already I'm doing, that is zooming in and out. That is the first skill I must say you must know. For you to zoom in and out, ensure you have a mouse anyway. Before I continue, as a graphic designer, you cannot design with, yes, it's possible, but if you are using a laptop, as a designer, it will be a bit difficult on your side, like to zoom in and out and pick stuff here and there. So I would advise, get a mouse. If you have a laptop, kindly get a mouse. Yeah, I know you can get one. It's about, nowadays mouse is cheap, about 300-250 shillings you can get one. So get a mouse for yourself, so that for instance, for me to zoom here, you see, it's easier. For you, you'll have difficulties here doing something like whatever I'm doing right now. So you just hold your Alt. That is the first shortcut you must know. A must know shortcut. You can write them down if you have a pen and a book. A must know shortcut. Hold Alt. Use the wheel on your mouse. Just scroll up and down, and that is how you zoom in and out. That is the first trick you have learned right now. So the first thing you need to know when you are in Illustrator are these things right here. Some of you might be wondering, maybe your workspace does not look exactly like mine. So if it doesn't look like mine, come to Window, then come to Workspace. So change to Essentials. Usually I use this, but I was making a tutorial for you guys, a video tutorial, so I had to change. That's why it's not. So this is my this is my workspace. This is a workspace I made myself. This is meant to suit me. But for you, since you're a beginner, just use your workspace as essentials. Ensure it's at essentials. Yeah. Ensure you go for essentials. Then you'll be able to get all these tabs right here. But there is one that you won't get, the character. It wasn't there. I'm the one who added it when I was doing the tutorial. For you to get this character, just let me delete it. So for you to get it, you just Control T on your keyboard, and there it is. Then you can just drag it and place it somewhere there, and here it is. Okay, so you'll get all these panels when you go to essentials: the color, the swatches, the gradient, the color, the paragraph. Kindly mute your mic, please. Okay, that's it. So for instance, you added some artboards on or you didn't add enough artboards, you can just add one from here, you see, and there you are, and you can just delete them. Okay, so now let's go to the tools. These are the tools right here on my left panel. This is my left panel. So here are the tools. These are the quick tools, a must know quick tool. So the first tool is called the selection tool. The shortcut to that tool is letter V on your keyboard. So when you just press letter V, you'll be able to be on that tool. That is the most used tool in Illustrator. There's no any other tool that is most used than the selection tool. Okay, that is the mostly used tool in Illustrator. That tool enables you to pick anything on your artboard and drag it and place it anywhere and do any kind of edits. For you to edit anything, you must be on your selection tool. Select whatever you want to edit, and now you'll be able to edit it. So that is the very first tool. It's called the selection tool, and you'll be able to, the shortcut to that is letter V on your, let me drink some water. So that is the selection tool. The next tool is called the direct selection tool. The shortcut to that is letter A. As you can see, there is a small arrow at the corner here. So if you click and hold, you get these options. But the most commonly used tool here is the direct selection tool. So don't mind about, I cannot teach the entire Illustrator. Okay, so I'm teaching you quick tips. The rest you will learn as you go by. Okay, you will understand these tools as you go by. So for now, I'm teaching you the quick tips, like the quick tools that is a must know for you to be able to make things in Illustrator. So we have the direct selection tool. I'll show you how it works. The next tool here is called the pen tool. This is one of the best tools, like it's one of the best tools for you to manipulate anything. I love it personally, but it's not my best tool. I'll show you my best tool as we go by. So this is the pen tool. Then we have an anchor point tool. This is another important tool that works with the direct selection tool. You need the anchor point tool to work with the direct selection tool. These tools work hand in hand. So the shortcut to direct selection tool is letter A. The shortcut to anchor point tool is Shift C. So put that in mind. The shortcut to pen tool is just P on your keyboard. The shortcut to our selection tool is letter V on your keyboard. As easy as that. Then our next tool here is called curvature tool. I don't mostly use it, so maybe if there is something that will come up as we continue the tutorials, I'll show you how this works. So then our next tool is the rectangle tool. You can use M on your keyboard. Letter M will take you directly to our rectangle tool. The rectangle tool, just click and drag, and there, boom, you have a rectangle. Okay, if you want a square, just hold Shift, and if you hold Shift, now you can see, just hold Shift on your keyboard and continue dragging. But if you need a rectangle, just leave alone the Shift, drag it anyhow in any direction, and boom, there you are. Now, as you have seen, I've already gone back to the selection tool because I'm used to it. Once you do anything, the next thing you're supposed to do, you should be back to your selection tool. That's why you see immediately I finished drawing my rectangle, I went back, like it's normal. Like it's something, it's a must have, you know. Immediately you do anything, you cannot edit this while in your rectangle tool, you understand? So So you have to go back so that you can pick and drag, you know. Go to your switches panel, add some colors, you see. So you must be on your selection tool to do that. You can add some colors, you can do some strokes. Here is a stroke, it's black, so you can just adjust the stroke. If you add that, you see it's increasing. But first you must be on your selection tool. Click, then go to your whatever effect you want to change. Maybe you want to change the color of the stroke to that. Then now let's increase this stroke size, and there we are. Boom. You see? Yeah, that's it guys. Yeah, so this is the fill color and this is the stroke color. They're usually here, but again you can manipulate them down here. But yeah, I usually use it, not most of the time, but this is easier. It's just on top of your taskbar, just on top here. You just click on it, come here and fill it with any color. Or if you want the stroke, drop down the stroke and boom, you're good. Or click on it or come here and you're good. Then you can see there's this stroke here and there is this. So you can switch between. If you click, you are on your selection tool, click any element, then if you want the stroke, ensure the stroke is on top, click on it, then click in color. If you want the fill, click on the fill, ensure it's on top, then click in color. Hope we understand. The same thing works below here. So if this is there, you see, you can see if even you change here, it's causing some effect on your colors panel on your right. Yeah, so these are the fill. So usually when you use this, you are using this color picker here. You are not using the switches panel. So that's the switches panel, and that's how you navigate between the stroke and the fill. Hope you are good, guys. Somebody say we are good. You are good. I might be speaking alone. Somebody respond. Hello guys, are we in class? Okay. I hope I'm not too fast. Are we good? We are good, right? Somebody respond, please. You know I cannot be going back to the chat, so just unmute, speak so that I can hear you, so that I can continue. Hope I'm not too fast. Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's the rectangle tool. So we have learned that for you to draw any rectangle, letter M on your keyboard, or just click on it, drag on any direction. Okay, if you want a square, hold shift, click and drag. That's a square. Then how you manipulate the colors and the stroke, I've shown you that. You just play around with this or with this here, and then switches panel. Okay, the next thing, when any tool that has this arrow below here, if you click and hold, you'll get more tools. Okay, so the next tool here is an ellipse. An ellipse is a circle. Okay, an ellipse in Illustrator is a circle. So a circle, the same thing. If you click and drag, there it is. You can do anything, an oval, any shape you want to make. But if you want a circle that is a circle, as in it has the same radius, you just hold shift, click and drag, and boom, there we are. Some of you might be wondering, there are these lines that are popping up on my screen. Maybe if yours does not have those lines enable you to ensure your artwork is in line. So usually you get those lines, you go to view, then ensure you have smart guides turned on. Okay, ensure smart guides, here it is, click on it, then ensure snap to pixel is on. Then you'll be able to get those lines that you are seeing there. Those lines are very important. Just a moment, let me allow somebody in. Okay, that's it guys, that's it. So that ellipse tool is just a circle. You can play around with it. That is, it's the same way I've shown you how to play around with colors, the same way you do with a circle. So just click on it. Sometimes you might click on it and you come here, you are clicking, you're like, you see it's changing the outline. Why? Simply because here it's on the outline, or down here it's on the outline. Okay, it's on the stroke. So just change it, Or if you cannot change, play along with this, just come on top here. This is the fill. Drop down and click the color you want. Okay, drop down and click the color you want. There you're good. Or just change this, ensure it is on the fill color, then click on the color and you're good. The same thing with the stroke. Oh, that is our ellipse tool. The shortcut is letter L on your keyboard. Then we have our polygon tool. Polygon tool, usually that's it, that is a polygon. So click and drag and you have a polygon. So sometimes now you want a polygon of specific number of sides. Okay, so just come to your polygon tool, click anywhere on your artboard. Okay, and here are the sides. Oh, I want 12 sides, there they are. Okay, and boom, you have 12 sides. Click anywhere on your keyboard. I want 5 sides. That is 5. Okay, and boom, you have 5 sides. That is cool, guys. That's it guys, that's it. So that's the polygon tool. Then the last tool, there's another tool called the star tool. Yeah, click and drag and you have a star. Sometimes you want a star of specific number of points, so click anywhere on your artboard and boom, the points. I want 12 points. 12. Okay, there you are. Click anywhere on your artboard. I want 6 points. 6. Okay, there they are. So that's how you play along. I hope you guys can see my screen. It's full of, it's visible, right? Okay, thank you. So the next tool is the segment. Is it a segment tool? Yeah. Where were we here? Yeah, line segment tool. Line segment is when you want to draw any line. So just click and drag. There you have a line. Click and drag. You have a line. Click and drag. You have a line. You good? Yeah. Need any line. Just click and drag to any direction. If you need it to snap on specific angles, hold shift. Shift will enable you to drag on. You see that is straight. Usually use shift when you need things that are straight. Then it can snap at 45 degrees, at 90 degrees. Just it snaps at an interval of 45 degrees if you are holding shift and drawing that line. Oh. Yeah, that's it. For me, I have a bigger screen. I don't know you guys if you can see this, or I should be zooming the screen. Kindly respond. Mko sawa? Thank you. So that's how you draw lines on your Illustrator. So the next tool here is the paintbrush, and this is just when you want to draw, like you want to decorate your work with brushes. Just click on the brush tool. You can play along with the stroke. The same thing when it comes to the line segment. That's something I didn't mention. You can click on your line after you've drawn it, then come to your stroke. So the stroke enables you to control the thickness of your line. See, like this, I'm increasing. You can see it's increasing. You see? So the stroke, when you are drawing lines are strokes. There are no fills for lines. So you just use the stroke, change the colors, play along with the stroke size. Yeah, you can play along with the type of stroke. You can click on it, then come here. Just, you see, you can see this stroke it has changed. Let me zoom. Yeah, play along with the type of stroke. Click on it. As I have said, always ensure you click. The selection tool is very important. So click on the line, come to the type of you see, you can just play along with the type of brushes that are here. Yeah, when you just want to draw anything, just play along. Yeah, that's it. So the next, let me clear my artboard. Let me place this around here. Okay, the next thing is after the paintbrush. I didn't show the paintbrush. Just click and drag. You see, you can create any strokes with the paintbrush. So you play along with the stroke. See, if I increase here, let's increase that to 20. And now if I draw, you see the difference. So these are just stroke brushes. Yeah, that's it. Let me clear that. So the brush tool enables you just to make any brushes. The rotate tool, this is a rotate tool. For me, I don't use it. Why? Simply because there's no point of view. Let me use a rectangle. Yeah. There's no point of view going to, you're already on your selection. So I've said you have drawn your rectangle, or as always you draw your rectangle, go back to your selection tool, insert colors and everything as I had shown you. Then now there's no point of view, you're already on your selection. There's no point of view going to your rotate tool. Right here with your selection tool, when you come to this corner, you see there's that snap that changes the arrow to a two-sided arrow. So when it changes, just click and drag, then you are able to rotate. If you want it to rotate at specific angles, hold shift and it will rotate at, you see, at specific an interval of 45 degrees. And that's it. Just place it at any corner, and you'll be able to rotate it. So that is how I use my rotation. I usually do not go to this rotate tool. I don't go there. I just use my selection tool, come to the corner, click and drag, and I'm good to go. That's it, guys. So the next tool is called the shape builder tool, and this is the tool that makes me crazy now in Illustrator. When I say I'm going to show you my best tool in Illustrator, guys. For me, I don't know you guys, when you'll be playing along with the tools, maybe you might get your own best tool. For me, in Illustrator, the best tool I have right now is this shape builder tool. Shift M on the keyboard. This tool, my guy, okay, I'm going to show you right away the abilities these tools can do. Like, can do crazy things. Okay, so I'm going to place this right here. Okay, we have two shapes that are overlapping. Okay, so for instance, I want to join these two shapes. Let me show you a trick first. For instance, okay, there are already two. I want to copy and paste because I will use them. I'll use them again. So for you to select two objects, click and drag, and they are selected. Or click on the first one, hold shift on your keyboard, and click on the second one, and boom, you have them selected as one. Then when dragging them, you can see like you are altering with their shapes. So ensure you hold shift on your keyboard to have that smooth drag, ensuring that you do not interfere with the original shape. Okay, so now I have these two shapes. For you to select, you have to select both of them. So click and drag, I have all of them, or click, shift, click, and I have my two files together. So what shape builder can do is this crazy, whatever I'm going to do here. Once you have selected your two files, your two files here, go to your shape builder tool, click on it, and just come here. You see what it's going to do. If I click and drag between these two files and release, I have combined those two shapes into one. That is one shape now, guys. That is one shape. Let me for you to go back, Control Z on your keyboard, Control Z. So I wanted to copy. Instead of you can copy and paste. Control C, Control V. Another trick, instead of copy and paste, the simplest trick, ensure you select all of them, click and drag, hold Alt on your keyboard, click and drag. Instead of copy and paste, I hope you got that trick. Click on the whatever you want to duplicate, even if it's one file, one shape, or it's a text, or anything you want to do, even if it's an image, anything. Even if you have placed an image right here, anything, just hold, and you want to duplicate it, you want to copy and paste. Instead of copying and paste, just hold Alt on your keyboard, click and drag. That's it, guys. I'm showing you all the best. Oh, who is that? Can you mute your mic? Who is that? Okay, thank you. So Alt, click and drag, that is another way of saying copy and paste. So okay, so ensure you have selected both your shapes. Go to shape builder, click and drag between the two shapes, and you have one shape. There is my shape. Yeah, the other thing I want to show you I want to hold these two shapes, then come to shape builder. Now instead of clicking and drag, I'm going to hold Alt on my keyboard, then click on this and it's deleted, click on this and it's deleted, and boom, I have a very different shape from, sorry about that. There we are with a nice shape. Like, you see, you can make this a logo, man. Are you getting my point? Yeah, this can be a logo already. You can just insert text here and you have a logo. Guys, are you getting that? So that is how strong the shape builder tool, and that is why I love it. Like, let me show you. For instance, I want let me do away with the stroke. That's how we do away with it. This none. So just drop down, come to the none, and the stroke is gone. Now I want to create a crescent shape, that moon. So I'll click this and drag a little bit. I want to duplicate this, so Alt click and drag. Sorry. Alt click and drag, then change that to black. It's on the stroke. Change that to black, and boom. Now I want to bring this right here, somewhere there. Okay, now click this, shift, click on the other circle, come to shape builder tool, hold Alt, delete. Then now see what I got. I do not have the shape that was inside there. Another thing I want to do, I need an ellipse. Okay, here it is. I want to duplicate this, so Alt click and drag. There it is. I want to create a crescent moon. So I'll come to my shape builder. Before you go there, ensure you have all your shapes, your shapes selected. Go to your, hold Alt, click, delete, and boom. Just tilt it a little bit, and boom, there we are. We have a crescent moon. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you are learning something, guys. I hope you are understanding this. Somebody tell me you are understanding. Before I continue, somebody respond. Tell me you are learning something. Okay, thank you. So that's it for my shape builder tool. That is the best tool and I love it. Now to the next tool after the shape builder tool is the gradient tool. I know most of you have seen posters or logos that have a gradient. What do I mean by a gradient? Like somebody has incorporated two colors in one shape or in an I usually like using the word artwork. So yeah, in a logo or something. So somebody has joined two colors in one shape to create something we call a gradient. So usually when you come to your switches panel, we have this is a gradient, the gold dust, and also we have the white and black. Usually we have three gradients here. Forget about this. This is what we call it. It's a pattern. When you want to create a color pattern, you use the GIF. But for us, we want to create a gradient because we are on the gradient tool. This is a gradient tool. So ensure you have your shape selected. Let's start with this one. Ensure it's selected. Come to the gradient tool. If you want to use more than two colors, you use the gold dust. If you are using just two colors, you use the white and black. So let's start with white and black. You see, it has already made a gradient. Let me do away with the stroke. It has already made a gradient of black and white. So how do you manipulate that? Maybe I don't want black and white. I want red and blue. So I want red and blue. I'll come to my gradient tool. Now on your panels, go to the gradient. Okay. Then now you see this. We have this circle here and the circle at the end. So depending on where you want to place which color. For me, I want where there is white to be red and where there is black to be blue. So where there is white, I'll double click. And now I can use the swatches and I can use this color, okay? And I can use my color picker. I'll show you how to use the color picker when you get there. But once you learn how to use the color picker, it's another wonderful tool. So on the swatches, I want red. Already it has reflected here on my preview. Then on the black, I want blue. So I'll double click, come to my swatches, and I want blue, and boom, there I have a gradient of red and blue. There it is, guys. So that's how you create gradients, as easy as that. Okay, I want to, let me duplicate this, alt click and drag. Okay, so maybe I want a gradient of more than 2 colors. Okay, so I'll come to my swatches, click now on the gold dust, because the gold dust gives you an ability to add more colors in your gradient. So click on it, then come to my gradient. Now I have all these circles here, all this. So the first circle I can double click, and I want that to be, let's say, red. Then I can come to the second one, I want that to be pink. Then I can come to the third one, I want that to be a bit grayish, yeah, right there. Then I come to the last one, and I want that to be black. Double click here and hide which is wrong. So I want that to be black. I want to go with this. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Yeah. And that's it. Yes. So we have a gradient here of red, this pink, gray, and black. Then you can play along with them. You can drag it. Yeah, you can bring this a bit here. You know, just play along with them. You can take that the other side. You can just do whatever you want, like how you want it to look. Just do your thing. You know, double click on that. You can say let it be red on the other side too. There's another one here. So, like you can just play along with them, whatever you want. Yeah, just you can drag if you drag your mouse somewhere here, if you see the plus and you click, it will add a new color. Okay, you see? Yeah, if you see that plus sign, it will add a new color. So you can add as many colors as you want, play along with them, and yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, so that's how you create gradients. Maybe you want a shape that is one color on one side and the other side is transparent. So what you do, click on your shape. Let me duplicate that. This is our shape. Click on it, then here it is, the blue sky. Click on it, and there we are. So just like this side, the side on our right, we want to notice if it's transparent. Let me try to make it so that you guys can see it will work exactly. So like you are placing one color on my right and the other side it's fading to be as transparent. You see? Let me draw a bigger rectangle. Let me use this. Yeah. If maybe you are placing images or anything and you see something is on top of the other one, just click on it, right click, come to arrange. If you want it to come to the front, bring to front. If you want to take it to the back, send it to back, and that's it. So you see, as you can see, there is a transparency here towards the right that is enabling you to see through. I don't know if you can get what I'm trying to illustrate here, but yeah, that's it. Let me try and use black color. Go to the gradient again, right click on this and use black. You see, like there is that shade, that gradient shade. For instance, you want to create a solid color on this side and create a transparency on the other side. Yeah, I think it's visible that way. You see, there's a transparency on this side. Yeah, and that's it, guys. This class is taking longer than expected. I'm getting tired, but let me do away with these tools, then we'll have another class tomorrow. So yeah, that was the gradient tool, and now the next important tool is the eyedropper tool. The eyedropper tool, my guy, it's a tool that is very important. It's a must know. So for me, you can see I'm showing you just the tools that are important. If a tool is not that if a tool is I don't use it and I don't see like the importance of it, you can say I've skipped some of the tools. So for me, I'm just showing you the important tools that are a must have or a must know. So the next tool here is an eyedropper tool. use letter I on your keyboard as the shortcut. The eyedropper tool enables you, for instance, you have a client, then the client is telling you, I want you to use this type of color. Then the client sends you an image and is telling you, I want this color on my artwork or on my logo, and you're like, how do I get that specific color? So for you to get that specific color, simple. If the client sends you the image, just place, or how to import images on Illustrator, just come to File and come to Place. Okay, if you click on Place, navigate where the image is, and for me, let me just double click on the image, click and drag, and boom, you have your image. So for instance, the client is saying she or he wants this brownish equity logo color. So just drag, import the image, that is, place the image on Illustrator. Then now click on, let's say this is the logo or this is the artwork where you're supposed to add the color. Click on it. Then now click on eyedropper tool. Then just go to where the color is and click, and boom, you're good. You're good, my guy. And that's it. You're good. So that's how you get colors from images using the eyedropper tool. So just click on the shape, use letter I on your keyboard, and then click on the color, and that's it. You see, you can click on any color. As you can see, it's changing. So just click on any color and it will reflect on your shape, and that's it. So the next tool is width. I don't use that one. Blend tool, not really. The artboard tool enables you to draw any artboard on your, like to draw a page. So for instance, let me do away with this. Okay, so for instance, I want to add an artboard here. I can add from here, as I've said from the beginning, and here I have a new artboard. Again, I can delete it. But for instance, I want a smaller artboard, not as big as this. Just come to your artboard tool, Shift O, then just click and drag, and boom, you have an artboard. Yeah, that's it. That's how you create. And that's how you create an artboard. Okay, that's how you create an artboard. So the next thing is search. Not real. It's zoom tool. People are coming in when the class is about to come to an end. This is the zoom tool. Letter Z on your keyboard. So for you guys who are using the laptop, now you do not have the wheel when you're using the, so this is your tool now. For me, I don't use it because I have my mouse. So I just click Alt on my keyboard and use the wheel to zoom in and out. For you, you click on this tool or Z, letter Z on your keyboard, then click, it will zoom. When you want to zoom out, hold Alt and click. The same thing will happen. Okay. So this is the tool for you guys who are using a laptop. But my advice: get a mouse. Get a mouse. So that's how you zoom in, and yeah, just insert the zoom tool, click to zoom in, hold Alt and click to zoom out. That's it. Yeah. Guys, we are done with these tools. So yeah. And there's one tool we didn't talk about, the text tool. Yeah, the type tool. The type tool enables you to just click on it. Let's increase the font size here so that you can see. This is where you increase your font size. This is your font family, and this is the font style. So just type anything. Type. That's it. So you can drag. You can see if you drag, you are distorting the shape of the text. So ensure you hold Shift while dragging. Or if you don't want to drag, just play along with the. If you don't want to use the Shift, click and drag, just use your font here. Increase or just decrease. I think that's usually wasting a lot of time. So for me, Shift, click and drag, and now you're dragging that text nice and easy. Okay, to duplicate, as I had said, instead of copy and paste, Alt, click and drag, and then boom, you have that. So when on our type tool, it has that small arrow that I was talking about. When you click and hold, you will get type on a path, vertical type tool. For instance, you want to write text that is running top to bottom. As you can see, when you click, you just just a moment. When you just initiate the type tool, then now the type tool, that is T, it usually gives you a horizontal text. When you want a vertical text, then now you come to the vertical type tool right here. Click on it, then you just click anywhere on your artboard, click, then start typing. That's it. You have your vertical text right there. Then as always, once you are done, back to your selection tool, click and drag by while holding shift to reduce the font size. Yeah, and that's it. There we are. Okay, and the next tool that we have type on a path. For instance, you want to create text that runs along a circle. So let's draw an ellipse here. An ellipse is letter L on your keyboard. Hold shift, click and drag, or you can just come to where it is and click it. For me, I use the shortcuts. Then now come to your type tool, select type on a path, and just come to, you see it brings that path. Click there and then start typing. And boom, and boom, and boom. Maybe you need something like that. Then back to your select. As always, you have to go back to your selection tool. You can click and drag. You can play along with this. Back to your selection tool. Back to your selection. Then you can just click, double click, change the text. Yeah, that's it. You can play along with this. Yeah. Say I told you to rotate, you just come to this corner, you rotate it, make it look. You can hold shift to ensure it snaps on angles. And boom, there we are. We have our text that is wrapping around a circle. Pretty cool, right? I made a typo here. It's supposed to be land. Okay. And that's it. The other tool that I didn't talk about, not really, I think, yeah, the pen tool. I didn't show you how to use the pen tool. My bad. This class is taking too long, guys. Hope mjalala. Yo, mko ama mmelala? Somebody respond. Are you guys there? Wazi. You guys are there, that's nice. Okay, so I've again imported an image, the same image we were using. As I have told you how to import an image file, place, then locate where the image is, double click on it, and boom, click and drag, and you have your image right there. So I want to show you how to use the pen tool. For instance, you want to create a logo like this, or you need this shape. Mr. Douglas, what's up? Usually an image has two formats. Is it true? It's supposed to be either a JPEG or a PNG. Any can work. So for the pen tool, just come to your pen tool or letter P on your keyboard. I want to trace this logo. Okay, so if I want to trace this logo the way it is, like I want this shape here, because for equity I can type. Now I want the shape. So if I want that shape, I'll come to my pen tool, then ensure the fill here does not have any color. So click on the fill and remove, ensure it's none. Okay, you can also do that on the swatches panel, but ensure the stroke has a certain color, either black or something. Okay, and now zoom, ensure you zoom. And now on your pen tool, just click the corners, and boom, you are drawing the shape as easy as that. That's how the pen tool works. That's it. And boom. So when you finish, always go back to your selection tool, change to fill color, then come to your swatches, click any color, and that's it. There we are. We have our shape. As easy as that. So that's how you use the pen tool. The pen tool is usually used to trace shapes or something. For instance, you need a custom shape, and maybe you think you cannot make the shape using different shapes by combining them using the shape builder tool. You can just use the pen tool and redraw the shape. Okay. Again, the pen tool has the ability to create. For instance, okay, let me make an error here. When the fill color is on and you are using the pen tool, you will find that during drawing, when you are drawing, okay, let me show you. You will find that it starts filling. You see? Now sometimes it covers the areas you want to click and you are unable to see where you are supposed to click. That's why I say when using the pen tool, ensure the fill color is none. Ensure the fill color is none. Hope we are together. For easy for you, so that you may be able, like, it becomes easy for you to trace the shape. Because the moment you are tracing the shape, then there is a fill color. You are not being able to see whatever you are clicking. Hope we are together, guys. Then the other thing I wanted to show you was about the pen tool was the ability to make curvatures. So on the pen tool still, if you click and drag, you see, you can create something that, you see, you can create anything. If you click and drag, you play, but I usually do not advise that. What I usually advise guys to do, let me show you what I usually do. For me, this is what I do. And let me place an image that has something we can use. Let me see if I can get an image here that we can use for that. Okay, I can use this. Now, for instance, I want to create this arc. Okay, for me, what I will do, but for easy creating of this, you will use a shape builder, then draw a circle and another circle and play along with it, and then like delete some of the parts. But if what I want to show you is the ability of the pen tool still can do that. So I'll come here. You see, I'm zooming, then click, then I'll come. Now you see it's not forming the shape. Now instead of clicking and dragging, instead of doing that to get that shape, I won't do that. Okay. For me, I won't do that. So let me show you what I will do. Let me delete that and begin again. My pen tool, let appear on your keyboard. So click. I'll just make the entire shape. Just make points where you think they are necessary. Okay? Just make points where you think they are necessary. Yeah. For me, I think I'll need a point up there. I need a point here. I need a point here. I'll also need another point on top here. And then bring this back. And that's it. Now I'm done. But it does not have the store. The other shape that I've told you is Shift C. The curvature. Is it curvature? Let me. Yeah, not curvature. The anchor point tool. Shift C. So what you'll do, just pick this point, the edges, click and drag them. That's it. Just click and drag them. As easy as that. Click and drag them. So you can see they're not fitting exactly, but I'll show you how to make them fit exactly. Just a moment. Click and drag them. And yeah, you have a shape that looks somehow that. So now do not touch these handles with this tool, anchor point tool. Always go back to your direct selection tool. Now you can play along with these handles. You see? Just play along with these handles. Drag them to ensure that they make that shape. Click on the points and now just drag the handles to ensure they make that shape as it is. Guys, hope we are together. You click on an anchor point, then play along with the handles. So that's what I would do if I was told to create this. Yeah. And then back, give it a color, and boom. There it is. I have my stroke. Not perfect, but if you play along with the process I've shown you, just that I'm in a hurry, you'll be able to get that. So those are the abilities of the pen tool. So we will learn more as we continue with these classes. In the meantime, I cannot teach everything like at once, but I think you are getting what I was trying to show. Yeah. So that's it. That's it, guys. That's